I'm Jeff Wester, founder of Ponderosa Forge and Iron Works right here in Sisters, Oregon. Ponderosa Forge, it's unique in the fact that we're in a little town. If you were in a larger town, a welding shop would specialize in structural steel or trailer work. In a small town, you kind of got to do everything. If it's steel or aluminum, if it's machining or welding, we do just a little bit of everything. And that's how a blacksmith shop would have been years ago. So in that respect, we're kind of the traditional blacksmith shop in a small town. When I graduated from high school, I moved to Bend, Oregon to go to college. I moved into an apartment. The guy that lived next door to me was a farrier. So we'd go out to his father's shop and fire the forge up at night, and we would spend hours out there just building things. And this buddy of mine, he was a big, huge guy. Matter of fact, he was 10th in the nation heavyweight wrestler. He looked at me and he said, "God made you to be a blacksmith," because I was kind of short and stocky. And I graduated in mechanical and manufacturing engineering. So that was the closest thing I could come to shop work, but still get a bachelor degree in something. Back then, all the jobs were in the aerospace, and everybody was going to Boeing and McDonnell Douglas and Hughes and LA and Seattle and San Francisco, and I didn't want to go to the big city, so I moved back to Central Oregon and just started shoeing horses and had a pretty good shoeing business. Then I just knew I didn't want to shoe horses for a living my whole life. So I got more into the traditional blacksmithing and thought maybe I'll just start a blacksmith shop. And then I moved to Sisters, and that was my first blacksmith shop. I had it in Yurt. I started this company in 1987, rented a few buildings and had my blacksmith shop in everything from a tent to the back of my house, and then built this shop in 1991. And it looked like that when I built it. I really took an interest in blacksmithing and in the old ways to try to figure out how all this stuff was built way back. So started getting a lot of work from the builders, and construction was getting busy around here. Back in those days, it's hard to find anybody that would loan you any money unless you had all sorts of collateral, you know. And so there was this old guy that started out as a blacksmith himself, and he built half of the bridges and skyscrapers from here to Salt Lake City. And he owned a bunch of property around here, and anybody that wanted to start a business, you could go to this old guy and tell him what you wanted to do, and if he liked your plan, he would give you whatever money you wanted at 12% interest. Which, think about that now, is a lot, but it was easy. He said, "You figure out what you want to build, and we'll make a little contract." And so that was how I got started. So through the years of building the shop, at times you need 6 or 7 employees, and at other times you need 2 employees. So that's hard, because if it's a skilled trade, you have to tell everybody, hey, there's no work today, or figure out something for them to do. And so the slow times, I needed to do something. So we started building products that we knew would sell, and if there's a bunch of fireplace tools that I know would sell over the course of a year, we'd make a bunch. And that's how I started the product line. So now we have about 130 products that we have in the showroom that we sell here and that we sell on our online store. So what goes out the door has grown and grown and grown, even though I've been able to keep it a small company with 5 or 6 employees. What I've most enjoyed about this business is I love to be in the shop and get my hands dirty and swing a hammer and create something out of the fire.